on tight to your toe maze because we are back with another episode of the Build Sheet, and specifically today, what wheels fit your Nissan 350Z. But of course, before we jump in, I have to hit you with the disclaimer. The following wheel specifications require rolling your fenders at the very minimum. Other fender modifications may include fender pulling, modification, complete removal of fender liners, or requirement of additional specific components. The following information is brought to you by 426 Nissan 350Zs, currently sitting in the Fitment Gallery at fitmentindustries.com. So you just picked up your 2005 350Z, and after fighting off the internet on whether or not your DE is better than the HR, you take a look at the wheels that are on the car and realize that it either A, has the ugliest convex style wheels from the early 2000s, B, has enough wheel gap to fit all of my waves, or C, all of the above. We've been in that position. It's not fun, but that's why we're here. We're here to help. That's what we do. So when we get into talking about what wheels fit a 350Z, we are for the most part going to be talking about a staggered setup. It's what we see 90% of the Zs in our gallery running. So moving forward, the following specs are going to be based around a staggered setup. Staggered, 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 staggered. We always get made fun of how we say staggered. Staggered, staggered. However, if a staggered setup isn't your thing, we also have plenty of square setup Nissan 350Zs in our gallery as well. Fitmentindustries.com, that's the plug. Let's get into it. So for your 350Z, your boring guaranteed fitment range is going to be diameters of 17 to 20 inches, widths of 7.5 to 9, and offsets of 35 to 25. Whack.
It's hair.
Whack.
It's gear.
Whack.
It's jewelry.
Whack.
It's footsteps.
Whack.
Me, I'm tight.
Fitmentindustries.com. So starting off, if you're looking to do a tucked fitment or somewhat semi-aggressive fitment, a little more on the conservative side, you're going to be looking at sizes ranging from 18 to 20 inches in diameter with widths of 9 to 11 inches. And as far as offset, they're sitting right around 25 to 15, depending on the size and width that you go with. So some examples of this fitment include, but are definitely not limited to, 18 by 9.5 plus 22 up front, and an 18 by 10.5 plus 22 in the rear. A 19 by 9 plus 20 in the front, and a 19 by 10 plus 20 in the rear, and 20 by 9 plus 15 in the front, with a 20 by 11 plus 15 in the rear. Now, if you're looking to get more of a nice flush fitment or nearly flush fitment, we see for the most part that the 9.5 width almost becomes standard for the front wheels, with that offset dropping a little bit into the lower offsets to push that wheel out a little more to the outside of the vehicle to get a bit more of that flush look. As far as the rear goes, 10.5 and 11 inch wide wheels with offsets dipping down into the 20 and even the +8 range are what you're gonna see. So some examples of these setups include an 18 by 9.5 plus 15 up front with an 18 by 10.5 plus 15 in the rear, 18 by 9.5 plus 10 in the front with an 18 by 11 plus 8 in the rear, 19 by 9.5 plus 12 in the front with a 19 by 10.5 plus 12 in the rear, and a 19 by 10 plus 20 in the front with a 19 by 11 plus 8 in the rear. Now, of course, they're the ones that always take things to the extreme. So if you like to live on the edge, get some camber going with some stretchy boys, and want to play with some really aggressive offsets and some widths, we have you covered as well. There are plenty of aggressive setups that we see in our gallery. Some of those setups include 19 by 11 plus 5 in the front with a 19 by 12 plus 8 in the rear. A 19 by 10 -3 in the front with a 19 by 11 with a 0 offset in the rear. 19 by 10.5 -5 in the front with a 19 by 11 -2 in the rear. And finally, an 18 by 11 with a -10 offset in the front and an 18 by 11.5 with a -20 in the rear. So the 350Z really does make a fantastic platform to run a lot of different wheels, and wheels that come in a variety of sizes. A lot wider sizes can run a really low offset, make them great candidates for Cosmos racing wheels, NKRPF1s, Firestone, ESRs, and pretty much any work wheel imaginable, even the Emits, which I would have never thought would end up on a Z of all things, but damn do they look good. All this paired with either lowering springs from Eibach, Tainer BC Racing coilovers, or even air suspension, you can dial in the perfect fitment for you with your 350Z. Want to know the best part about all of that though? You can grab all of that over at fitmentindustries.com, where not only can you pick up a set of wheels and tires with free mounting, balancing, and shipping to the lower 48, but we also have a variety of suspension components to choose from as well. We have coilovers, we have lowering springs, we even have air suspension for both Airlift and AccuAir. And of course, also do not forget, for the month of March is your chance to win a free set of Kansei wheels. The easiest way to enter is to head over to fitmentindustries.com, pick up one of these awesome t-shirts. It's Kansei shirt. We're doing a giveaway with Kansei wheels, Fitment Industries, Kansei wheels, giving away a set of free wheels. Again, all that over at fitmentindustries.com. We'll have the link in the description. But I'm Gels from Fitment Industries. We'll see you later. Peace.